What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Big Jon'S Cooking. Another episode, another day. Per life, a lot's been going on. Lost my car. Fell out of contact with a very great friend that I had. Mom's good, so that's great. That's great. And well, today we're making spaghetti. Simple spaghetti I like to make. You'll learn a few tips and tricks that I've learned over my lifetime to, add more flavor, or, just little cooking tips that most of you probably didn't know, or a lot of you didn't know. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for joining, or thank you for coming back. Thank you for support. Thank you for following, subscribing, and commenting on videos or posts. So yeah, let's get right into it, and hope y'all have a good day. Alright, so today somebody suggested that, I put my face in the video, but we'll get there one day. I'm working with what I have. Only one camera, only one person. So, hopefully y'all can see this a little bit better. But right now, I'm boiling the water. Ooh, water is boiling. So first tip that some of you probably don't know. To boil water faster, put the lid on the pot. We're actually going to turn this down a little bit. Halfway. Actually, we're going to turn it all the way down. I want you all to see something. I have some stuff in there. I have some, you can see some stuff rolling around and floating around. Shallots. I like to use shallots in my recipe for spaghetti. And I kept the ends of it and put it in the water for the spaghetti, for the noodles. And had a clove of garlic, a bulb of garlic, whatever you want to call it. Cut it in half, put it in there. And I put some salt in there. And I wanted to try the same thing with the noodles that I did for the rice. So I dashed some cardamom in there, but that's just personal for me that I'm experimenting with. You don't have to do that. I don't usually do that. We're going to see how that comes out. However you want the noodles to taste, put that in your water when boiling it. So yeah, I just turned the water down, stopped the boiling to show you all that. But we're going to get into making the sauce because that takes the longest. I have angel noodles. I eventually got put onto this in my life, so this is the type of noodles I like to use on a typical basis. Nothing wrong with regular spaghetti noodles, but this is my favorite at the moment, for spaghetti at least. And they cook very fast. I like it al dente. Has some bite to it in the middle of the noodle. Into the sauce. I'm going to start with some olive oil. Actually, first. So I'm going to start with some olive oil, just a little bit for some flavor. We're going to add some later to the noodles, so you don't need a lot at all. And then some avocado oil, just because I like it. You can do like maybe double the avocado oil that you poured with. The amount of olive oil that you use, you can use double that with the avocado. But you still shouldn't have much. Let me see if y'all can see this. Alright. Turn the heat on for this. We're going to let that heat up. We're going to come back once that heats up a little bit so we can get straight to the cooking. To la cooking. Alright, so I like to do the bell peppers first because they take a little bit longer to simmer. They have a little bit more water in them. I like to do the bell peppers and the onions first. Sometimes I'll let the bell peppers cook down a little bit before I add the onions, and then let them all cook together. To be honest, I probably didn't need to use all those bell peppers, but they're in there anyways, and it won't hurt. More food for me, so. I probably wasn't going to use them for anything else. And this blend looks good. It looks even between the onions and bell peppers. I'm going to add the shallots. I use like half of each bell pepper. I had a Vidalia onion. Used half of that. And I had the shallot. And I used the whole thing. It was kind of one of those shallots though that like, it's kind of 2 in 1. It's like the outermost layer is wrapping, it has like 2 in it, 2 halves. And I used both of those. So it's kind of like 2. And let that cook for a little bit, for maybe about 5 to 10 minutes. You ideally want to let onions cook for about 7 to 10 minutes to get them on the sweeter side and get all the flavor out of them. You want to let them like simmer. You don't want to cook them on high for 10 minutes. You want to cook them about like, 3 to a medium at a max. I should have got some Thai chili peppers. I really like those. I should have got those. Just a few. I usually just use the ends of them, the tips. So first thing, it's always good to save your extra stuff, the stuff you didn't use for like leftovers and stuff like that. So and the more seeds you put in it, the heat is actually in the seeds, not exactly in the skin of the pepper or in the outer layer. I'm gonna keep letting this cook down. We have our splatter guard. We have this here meant to be used like so. You're gonna be cooking spaghetti in your whole stove. So yeah, this is really useful for that. So you all can go get that. It was like $10 and it came very quickly. So I do highly advise you get it. It is an essential for any household, especially the people who don't like cleaning or who don't like cleaning up a whole bunch of mess or making a whole bunch of mess. Essential, alright? And you can see through it too. So it's not like it's blocking your vision. This is just very useful. I don't see any cons about this. It's very easy to clean. Very, very easy to clean. I'm going to put in the diced Scotch bonnets. And you can cut them however you please, however you feel best, or add any peppers you want. You don't have to add Scotch bonnets, but I've grown to like Scotch bonnets and the flavor they add. I'm also going to add these scallions that I've cut and go ahead and add the ginger and garlic now and add to your desired taste. That's how much I want to add. I'm not going to add all this ginger though. I'm not going to add all this. Maybe like half of it. I added most of it. Mix it up. And we're using store-bought spaghetti sauce today. One day I'll make spaghetti sauce from scratch, but not today. One, kind of don't have the time, to be honest. I have work later today. But this is how I usually make it. So this is like the quick and easy at-home spaghetti sauce. I'm sorry, quick and easy at-home spaghetti. Spaghetti. Oh yeah, this is looking nice. Doesn't that look good already? Yes sir. Herbs that prevent great for vegetables, chicken, fish, poultry, even beef. Kind of all around herb seasoning. I'm gonna put it on my vegetables right here. Just a couple sprinkles, doesn't need too much. And I'm gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper, like the slightest amount. I'm trying out a season as you go thing. See how that works out. Never really been one to do that. For me, it's always, once you get to the seasoning part, just when you add all the seasoning. Alright, it's looking nice and cooked. go ahead and start adding the sauce. The sauce. The sauce. Yes, sir. That's the kind of sauce we're using today. Bertocchi. Yes. Pour it right in there. Get in there, get in there. I'm one of those people I like to pour the slightest bit of water to get as much out of it as I can. And we're gonna do two. We're gonna do 2 jars. So to mix that up really quickly though. See if y'all can see that clearly. Yes. And something I've learned: be careful with cooking ginger, because if like you don't have a liquid, I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's if you don't have a liquid, or maybe it's if you cook it too long. But there's a possibility for you to cook ginger to the point to where it gets hard, and once you bite into it, it kind of tastes like a rock or a pebble. So just be careful. I haven't really experimented that to get that down specifically, but right now I believe it's if you don't have a liquid. But yeah, we have a liquid, so we're Gucci. Gucci gang. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. But put that in there. Get in there, get in there. And I usually like to let the first one cook down a little bit before I add the second one. Y'all see that steam popping up. Those random little spots that just keep popping up in the net. That's where something would be splashing at, and the net is blocking that. Not sure if you can see it, but there's some splash already. We're gonna keep it on there so y'all can eventually see how bad it can really get. I'm cooking the water out to get it to the consistency that we want, or for this video, for me, I want. But you know, showing you all how to do it so you can get it to so you know how to get it to the consistency that you want. And you can do this with any store-bought sauce. Just cook the water out. Really, it just brings more of the flavor out, and yeah. I'm telling you, get you one of these. Just gonna go ahead and get this little mix. I'm gonna go ahead and add the second one. Sometimes if you want to, you can just add half of it, let that cook down, add the rest of it, then let that cook down, you know. I put Brussels sprouts in it before, and really I just put I just followed the Brussels sprout video that I have in my channel already, and I followed that. I made that Brussels sprout recipe. Then after that, I put it in the spaghetti once it was almost done. Cooked it all together, and I have friends that tried it and loved it. Couldn't even tell that Brussels sprouts were in it. 2, really couldn't tell that anything else was in it. But then it tasted like chicken, to be honest. It was real good. I couldn't even tell that Brussels sprouts were in it. I don't know when I made it. We're gonna come back when we add in the next thing. May not be able to tell through the camera, but this is getting cooked down. The water's being cooked out, it's getting thicker. And we're a little bit more than halfway done. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. The color is most definitely different. And this is nothing too fancy, you know, just a little simple dish for you to make. That is a fellow human named Turbo back there. But yes, when Turbo barked, that is actually a moment when I would have said, uh-oh, spaghetti-o. Also clean up while you're letting that cook down. Glad I don't have to clean all that up. Alright y'all, so I got it to the consistency I like. What I'm about to do now, start adding the seasonings. And I'm about to turn this the heat for this water up so the water can start boiling again, because the noodles don't take long, so everything can get done about around the same time. I did turn the heat up a little bit at one point. If you turn the heat up, you want to just wash it a little bit more consistently. The intervals of when you check on it, just shorten that, because you know it's cooking at higher heat, so it's gonna cook faster. Alright, so I'm gonna add basil. I got some basil. You see how much I'm putting in? Yeah, you can. I like basil, especially in my spaghetti. Basil and oregano. And you know me with the soursop leaves, so I'm gonna add half of one of those. And I got a bay leaf. Some garlic powder. I'm gonna add some more basil though. Love the basil. Add some thyme. I don't have a lot in here, so I might just add the rest of this, to be honest. I'm used to oregano being one of these containers, but I bought this on the fly one day. Make sure you turn that heat down so you know you're not burning it while you add the seasonings. Add a dash of turmeric, just because you know I like my healthy a little bit. And adds a good flavor. Mix that up. Now I'm about to taste test. This is why I like to do the taste test. Has enough basil. Has enough of everything. What I am going to add is just a very light dash of adobo. Don't nobody really know that I put that in there. Oh, I forgot one thing. A little bit of sugar. I like it sweet. It's good. I don't care what y'all say about sugar, it's good. I don't always use sugar, but when I do, it's in spaghetti. Wish I could measure out the sugar for y'all. Add a little bit more sugar. We're just gonna add a double dose of the same amount. Or just add the same amount again. Let's check on this water. Alright, that's boiling. A dab of balsamic vinegar, because this stuff is strong, so boom. One more. Always check your dates to make sure your stuff is not old or expired before you put it in your dish. Don't want to ruin the whole thing, waste all that food for nothing. But I check my stuff, so we good. Well, just how I like it, yes. It's good. It's kind of spicy a little bit, but not like really that spicy at all. I got some parsley here, fresh parsley. Just let that simmer. Go ahead and take the leaves out. Alright, so the thing with the noodles is you really don't need oil at all. What matters is, one, you have it to a rolling boil, and two, you start turning it as soon as they get in the pot. You want to start breaking it up and everything as soon as it gets in the pot. So bring it to a rolling boil. It has the rolling boil. Once you get it in there, use your clamps, grab it from the bottom while it's in the water, start twisting it. Bring it in the water like that, bam, that was seamless. Then I like to just, you know, kind of string it like this. Back up, make sure you don't spill water on your toes. I have sandals on, so my feet are vulnerable. You know, just making sure they don't stick together. Like so. And again, I told you this is angel hair noodles. Don't want to cook it for too long. 5 to 10 minutes, you know. This is like on high, and I'm gonna keep it on high. I have a little fork that I've already rinsed off when I feel like it's been in there in the water long enough. I'm gonna use the fork to, you know, grab a few just to test the noodles, make sure they don't overcook. Yeah, these are done. That was probably like 5 minutes. I have this little strainer boat thing that I got when I was younger. What's it called? Pasta boat, microwave pasta boat. I have never used it in the microwave. I just use it to pour my noodles in there and then strain it, bam, get the water out, and yeah. What I sometimes do is pour some of the water out first, and then pour the noodles into the boat. Because sometimes the water can overflow. I really advise y'all getting one of these pasta boat things. I'll see if I can find one. Find it online on Amazon for y'all and leave a link for y'all. That's the pasta sauce right there. But I like my pasta sauce on the thicker side. Let's put some oil on your noodles once they get done cooking. I'm gonna add a little butter. I'm gonna try something new. I'm gonna add a little butter. I usually put oil, but I've never put butter. I'm gonna do both. I think the butter. I think the butter is gonna add flavor, a little bit more flavor. And I use olive oil because, you know, avocado oil is kind of bland, neutral oil. Olive oil adds a little bit of flavor. Don't want to add too much. I suggest you all to try this out, then mix it up. If you feel like it's a little too dry, add some more. Yep. And I actually got this from a New York restaurant. It was one time my mom took us to New York. It was like for 3 days. We were in high school. Me and my brother were in high school, and we went to this restaurant. This really nice. Oh, by the way, don't forget to get out the, you know, extra little pieces of stuff that we had in the water. But yeah, we're in New York, and we went to this restaurant. I think it was an Italian restaurant, and I had ordered some type of noodles. I forgot, but I forgot what exactly it was. I think it was like an Alfredo or something like that, or linguine. But it had oil in it, but it made the noodles taste so good, and it just like made the noodles so much easier to like wrap around a fork and just like eat. It was much better. So when I got back home, you know, I tried it. I was like, one day I was making spaghetti. I was like, let me try that. Let me try to. I didn't know what they did. I just thought of the best thing I could think of to copy what they did, and it worked. Put some olive oil on the noodles, and it worked. Yeah, I had to figure that out for myself, but yeah, it was a great idea. I've been doing it ever since. Never stopped. I never stopped. But cool thing about that place though, I got to see somebody propose in person. They were like right next to us. I've been told before that, you know, some restaurants may do that to attract tourists or something like that. I don't care. It worked. It worked. It was cool. It seemed like something I would only see in a movie. I was like, that's crazy. He just proposed. Congrats. I think I was like, I don't know, maybe in like the 9th, 10th grade. So I was like 14. Somewhere between 13 and 15. I'll tell you that. I was young. All right. So, final product. I know this is about to be good. It looked good. I done already destroyed a nice picture though. Ooh. Let's get something to wipe that up real quick. Yeah, this is where it's at. Personally, me, I like a lot of sauce for my noodles. This is good. This is good. And I can taste the cardamom for the noodles too. That came out well. I like that. Different flavor. I like it. I like it. I advise you all to try it with and without, you know, just to see if you like it or not. But this is good. I'm going to actually be packing up the rest of this though for work. Taking this to work. I got me some oh, here we go, the bay leaf. I knew we were gonna find it. It's kind of folded up. That's why it was hard to find. It's kind of folded up. But taking the rest of this to work. I got some Texas toast. So that's gonna be good. If you wanted to, you can add some Parmesan Reggiano, you know, some shredded cheese, grated cheese. But this is really good. Taste the sugar. I'm getting the bell peppers, the onions, the garlic, the ginger. Ever had like a hard bite to it, so the ginger got cooked correctly? This is really good. I really advise you all to try this. Really advise you all to try this. I think this is a spaghetti recipe you all will not be displeased by. You will be satisfied and you'll be happy with, and you'll love. So, thank you so much for watching. I have to get to work. And got a lot of vegetables in it already. If you wanted to get yourself some asparagus or Brussels sprouts, I got a recipe for that already on my channel. You can follow that. It's a great side. Got your starch, got your bread, get you some water, and you'll be eating good. Like, comment, subscribe. Please support. It allows me. It will allow me to, you know, be able to spend more time on this for you all. Go ahead and support. Go ahead and try it. Let me know what you all think. And peace. Thank you for watching. Stay safe.